Hello students, welcome to the Unit 3 wrap up where I'm going to talk about what I saw this week, things that were good in particular or maybe areas that we need to work on. So let's jump right in. But first I do want to say that I did not host a Teams meeting this week. I felt like there was quite a bit going on with groups for you. And then for 5910, they've got a lot going on with their portfolios. So I did not host a Teams meeting, but I will next week. And in particular, I plan on showing some of the Evernote portfolios so that you can get an idea of what you should be doing between now and when you're in 5910. And I know some of you are really close to that. But you've got some time to do some rearranging if you feel like you want to do that to make it more useful to you, or just to make sure that you are tracking and have yours organized as best you can. So jumping right in, I noticed that several of you will maybe a couple times a week quote in your discussion forum response. So somebody has posted and you are replying to them and you will quote directly something they said. So if you do that, that's fine, but you need to cite and reference. And I've shown several of you who have done that how to cite and reference. And if I haven't shown you in particular and you're wondering, you can go to APA Style or Purdue OWL, either one, or you can just Google how do I cite a discussion forum, something like, or how do I cite a classmate, something like that. And the first one that'll come up is, if you're citing a discussion forum, and that's what you're doing. So if I haven't shown you already, I've been replying in public so that everybody can see how to cite and reference. But if you haven't seen that and you want to know, then like I said, you can Google it, or you can go to APA Style or Purdue OWL. Okay, next, please don't rate discussion forum replies. So that's what I used to do so that I could let you know, hey, this response is not going to get you, full points. Or, hey, you got full points, this was exceptional. And I don't know why we're not supposed to rate them all, but I got a message from Moodle support that said, do not rate discussion responses. So I don't know if it really brings down the grade, or I'm not really sure. I didn't ask, I don't care. They're telling me not to do it. So I've noticed there are 2 of you who are rating replies, so please don't do that. Okay, when I ask you a question in the discussion forum, like what kind of study could you design, or what do you think about this or that, number one, I am looking for a response, and most of you respond to me, and that's great, and I appreciate it because it gives me some insight into how you think. But I just want you to know, I may not turn back around and say, okay, thanks for the reply, because it's like, okay, we're just going back and forth with thank you, you're welcome, no, thank you. So I may not respond, but it doesn't mean that I didn't read it, and appreciate it. But just know that I'm probably not going to write back to you because you have enough to do without having to, go back in and check and, oh, it's just Dr. Wolf. So, all right, so with that, I don't think I have that much anymore. Some of you, I have been asking you to continue studying APA formatting. You're mostly, I think most of you are at least halfway through your program, so you really need to be comfortable with the rules. You should be at least citing and referencing correctly, in the discussion forum. You cannot format unless you use the advanced tab. So you should be taking the extra step and italicizing in your references where you need to. And speaking of italics, there's a rule for when you use italics in the body of your text, say for emphasis, or to introduce a new term. There are rules for quotation marks, there are rules for commas, semicolons. So please take time, go to the Learning Resource Center, go to Purdue OWL, APA style, Excelsior OWL, and really study those rules, because you know you are a graduate student and you are writing at the graduate level as far as content. So you know, surely you can do that with formatting as well, right? So with that, I think that's all I have. I'm hoping that your group projects are sailing along this week. You actually have some writing to do, research. So you know, if you need some help, reach out to me. But it seems like everybody's going along just fine. So with that, I'm going to say thank you, and let me know if I can do anything for you.